Now, the hard work was worth the effort when I start seeing the effects that it creates in my life.
Lots of people who believe in agency and like the idea that they've got control over their own lives take a very materialist, very utilitarian, very sort of rationalist, traditionalist perspective on, I just need to do the thing. So how do you marry this need for hard work with the insights that you have around envisioning your future?
I don't. I just want to define hard work first, because I think I don't see hard work as the way people see hard work. I mean, I'm a very immersive person, so if I'm going to get good at something, I'm going to put my mind, my body, my heart and soul behind whatever it is I'm going to do. And I do that because I like it. You know, I like to learn, I like to experience, I like to grow. And I think you can get really good at doing it one way. In the hard work, all the stuff we talked about, get really good at doing it and become successful, and then have just about everything you want. But you may not truly have happiness. You just may have a lot of things, and you got really good at doing it, right? Okay, so for me, I said, there's got to be another way. There's got to be another way to do it that's different than the way that I've done it. I've gotten really good at doing that. Is there another way to create where I don't actually have to go and do something? If I could change my energy, and I've been at this long enough to tell you that nobody changes until they change their energy. If I change my energy, will my life change? That's kind of the experiment that I'm interested in. Okay, so what piece of knowledge, what piece of information, let me find the information that can help me build the model of understanding that this is actually possible. Now, I'm not watching Netflix, I'm not watching Ted Lasso, I'm not watching Suits, I'm not watching the news, I'm not watching the game. I'm reading this information because I want to understand the what and the why. Okay, now I got it. Okay, quantum physics says, Einstein says, the field is the sole governing agency of the particle. The field controls the particle. The particle doesn't control the particle. Energy controls matter. Okay, all right, let me build this model a little bit further. Okay, If the field is the sole governing agency of the particle, then it's not matter that's emitting the field. It's actually a field that's actually slowing down in frequency and creating matter. Okay, I'm telling you all this because I'm using quantum physics as a way to help us understand that mind and matter are inextricably combined. It's impossible to separate the two. Okay, well, it works on the very tiny level of subatomic particles, but can it work on a greater level? Can you make real life events happen in your life and collapse the wave function? Okay, well, if I'm matter trying to change matter, if I'm Joe Dispenza, aware that I'm local in space and time, immersed in the illusion of this virtual reality experience, this hologram, then I got to play by the rules of Newtonian physics, but you got to predict and plan and do a lot of things, okay? Okay, what if I could get to the field? What if I could become pure consciousness and be aware of nothing physical and material, become nobody, become no one, in nothing and nowhere and no time, become pure consciousness and move to that realm beyond space and time? Okay, let me just say, okay, if I could get there as pure consciousness and I'm not aware of my body, not aware of my environment, not aware of time, and I'm in the field, okay, what are the principles of the field? Everything's connected, everything's frequency, everything's energy. There's less separation, there's more wholeness. Okay, so if I could get to the field and I can create from the field instead of from matter as an experiment, could I then begin to produce changes in the field that ultimately would change the hologram in three-dimensional reality? Okay, so I may not be very good at it at the beginning, so it's going to take some unlearning and changing my beliefs about a lot of things and studying to make sure that when I do it, that I know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Okay, so nothing happens. Do I go back to just going back the other way, or am I just not that good? So maybe I'm just not that good yet. Like, maybe I got to get better at it. So I'm going to practice again. I'm going to keep building my model through experience. And then all of a sudden, you start noticing changes. Now, the hard work was worth the effort when I start seeing the effects that it creates in my life. So I think that there's a delicate balance between intention, and that's getting clear on what you want, and surrender, which means trusting in the outcome. And if you overintend, you're working really hard and you're trying really hard. And if you over-surrender, you're lazy and lethargic and you're not doing anything, right? So it's kind of a razor's edge when you talk about hard work, because for me, it really is about building a model of understanding and then being able to immerse myself in the experience to prove to myself that it actually could be the truth. So the hard work is just good, clean effort and getting so lost in the act of what you're doing that the act actually becomes the experience. I know that for me, when I get to that point where I've stretched myself past the point where I normally stop, especially in a meditation, if I go one more time, it's always worth the effort. Something changes when I go past that point. So, and I think that works in all kinds of ways. So I think hard work for me is just immersing myself in it until I start seeing effects.